Hello my dear friends, best greetings from Kyiv, the capital of Ukraine. My name is Viktor Fursov, I am a research entomologist, beekeeper and teacher. Entomologist, I am studying insects, entomology, the science about insects. And I am studying precisely small parasitic insects of the family Trichogrammatida and some other CHALCID wasps. Very tiny parasitic wasps were indicated on this poster. And they belong to the order Hymenoptera. Hymenoptera order includes different insects. They are bees, bumblebees, wasps, ants, and sawflies, and parasitic wasps. Today we will be talking about parasitic wasps. CHALCID wasps, they're pretty small, rather small in comparison with bees, in comparison with ants, and of course in comparison with sometimes rather big sawflies. They're just from the size 0.2 millimeters or even sometimes 0.3 millimeters. 1/3 part of millimeter, you can imagine it. You cannot imagine it at all. And up to maybe 9 millimeters or 10 millimeters, the biggest one in some families. Not all of them. Some families, taxonomical groups, includes very tiny parasitoids, and today we will be talking and watching them on my original video and on some video which I got kindly from my colleague Dr. Kazuo Takagi from Japan, and some videos, my personal videos, original, which I took at the laboratory under the microscope, because these insects here on this poster were pretty big, quite rather big, you see. But originally the size about 1 millimeter. It needs good optical equipment, microscope, to get good picture, good video, good photo of these tiny insects. And why entomologists studying them? Because taxonomists, person who study taxonomical position and systematics of insects, need to publish description of biology and description of new species. So for that we use different journals, like this very famous one here. Just a group of entomologists published many papers in the Journal of Natural History Museum, descriptions of new species which have not been recorded before but found recently in nature and described as the new species for science. So an entomologist are given the specific scientific names in honor of different events and in honor to different people. You see here all these new species described here in this journal devoted to John LaSalle, famous taxonomist who studied CHALCID wasps in a Natural History Museum in Britain firstly, and then just in Australia. But unfortunately he is not with us now. So this issue devoted to his memory. But I will be talking about these papers later. Today we will be watching videos. Videos very just exciting, because I will show you some very interesting insects, some very small, the smallest insects of a genus Megaphragma also will come to your attention. But some insects pretty big, rather big in comparison with the Megaphragma. Megaphragma is 0.3 millimeters, 1/3 of millimeter, but some insects, not only CHALCIDs will be today, but some other families, like these Ichneumoniid wasps. This is Ichneumoniid wasp, very tiny one, but about 10 millimeters size, in a petri dish, sitting and searching for prey, just to be recorded on video. But another one is coming, not very small, to the very big of a family Chalcididae. Chalcididae, with so strong, very robust, so swollen hind tibia, femora, very swollen hind legs. And this parasitoid is under the microscope, so some reflections, because here is video from the screen, and a very high magnification, an insect about 10 millimeters size. This is a parasitoid of quite a big larva, mature larva of Stratimide fly, which is living somewhere in a water, so a semi-aquatic wasp, because actually this interesting female is waiting for larva of Stratiomis fly, which is just crawling and flying somewhere on the surface of water, trying to pupate. And before pupation, parasitoid is coming. This Chalcididae family is coming, female, and attacking rather big, about 2 centimeters size, larva of Stratiomis before pupation, and Stratiomis dying larva, but this wonderful, interesting parasitoid of its family Chalcididae is emerging. And here we see next parasitoid of family Encertidae. And what's nearby? This is a special, like a cap. This is caterpillar with piece of special nest. Caterpillar sitting inside. And this Encertidae family, Encertus, and this parasitoid just waiting for suitable position to attack, to parasitize the caterpillar inside its nest. So a little bit concealed host, invisible for us, but this is a brown piece of leaf. This is just cover of caterpillar of so strange, interesting, Orcophoridae probably family caterpillar. So you moving. This piece of dust moving, so it's alive. Inside sitting small caterpillar, which is waiting to be attacked by parasitoid. And here, so family Encertidae, CHALCID wasp, parasitic CHALCID wasp. And here another parasitoid, so very funny, like 2 small balls, but too small, like 3 balls. But you see on the right side this antenna, in the middle it is 2 parts, thorax and abdomen, or just mesothorax, mesosoma and metasoma. Will be bigger magnification to see. I gave it a little bit honey for this parasitoid, so female became fed, and after feeding on drop of honey, insect and parasitoid obviously need to be clean, so she's sitting and grooming antenna inside small glass tube for sure, because otherwise it will escaping. This family includes such interesting parasitoids of a family Perilampidae, many of them parasitoids of pupa of different night moths. Perilampidae family. So strong, robust body. And here my compilation of different parasitoids all together to show different behavior in different families. Here this is a interesting PHYTOPAGOUS species of a family Eurythmidae, genus Bruchophagus. What she's doing, this is female. Female is doing something. She's just clicking by ovipositor. The green leaf, no, not leaf, but seed pod of Sophora. Seed pod of Sophora. It was recorded in Turkish Republic, where Sophora is a very common plant. So I published paper about the biology and morphology of this species. Bruchophagus Sophorae, because living inside Sophora. And here another parasitoid of a family Braconidae. You see on the right side, this is a female with turned body and with just directed just in front of caterpillar ovipositor. And caterpillar is not moving. Why? Because caterpillar was shocked, to be precisely paralyzed by Gabbro-Bracon inhibitor. After the first clicking by ovipositor to caterpillar is not moving. Caterpillar is shocked, moveless, and it's good enough time for female Bracon to lay eggs on the body of Ephestia cunella, of this caterpillar, in laboratory. So after parasitization, female of Habra braconid laying eggs on the body of this caterpillar, and caterpillar will never move anymore because she's paralyzed. You see very thin top of ovipositor, and then later will eggs coming one by one, elongated eggs of a white color, small, and you see eggs are laid on the body of caterpillar because this is ectoparasitoid. Again, caterpillar even turn around on her back because she's paralyzed, not moving, and cannot protect herself. Otherwise, she's pretty aggressive, can cut the parasitoid. But after parasitization, all what is necessary for parasitoid to lay the group of eggs, and one female or two females lay eggs on different places of the body, and about maybe 5, 6 or more individuals of this parasitoid braconid can be feeding on the body of this small caterpillar. And here again, just female of Habra bracon is penetrating the surface of body of this caterpillar. Hard job. You see here this very tiny needle which is used for penetration, and the very thick needle which is just shelves for this needle. So this is a very hard process of oviposition. And then just some eggs dropping one by one, and sometimes female is feeding on the juice, on the hemolymph of this caterpillar. So not female didn't lay egg, but just started to feed on this coming liquid. So you see here, after picking caterpillar, female is feeding slowly on liquid from the body of caterpillar. And here quite strange, very unusual parasitoid, very funny parasitoid of a family Leucospidae, black and yellow color with wings like paper wasp, looks like paper, but this is not a wasp, it's a mimicry, looks like a wasp, and size about 8 millimeters. And ovipositor is turned and lay on the top of abdomen, and this is a parasitoid of solitary wasps and solitary bees. But this is another parasitoid of family Eucharitidae, Eucharis, and this is a parasitoid of larvae of ants. And in many cases, it's possible to find it just sitting on some leaves of plants, on grass, and female is laying eggs on leaves, and small larvae are very active, where just planidial larvae are coming to the ants, and on the body of ants, or just them solitary themselves, they are coming inside ants, invisible. So ants cannot do anything against larvae of this parasitoid because of some smell, some pheromones from them. And so it's interesting. Larvae developing inside the nest of ants. And here this calcis just cleaning the head. You see so shining, bright, shining face of this parasitoid of the family Eucharitidae, Eucharis. Because after moving a little bit in captivity, the most important for parasitoids to clean, to groom antennae and wings. Wings is very important to jump, to escape, to fly, and antennae for chemical recognition, where to fly, or where to find maybe just male or female for mating, for recognition of direction where to escape. So this is process of grooming. With first pair of legs, which I used like a special tool for cleaning antennae, with special setter, which I used to avoid some small dust on antennae. And this is female, the head of female, of very special PHYTOPAGOUS CHALCID wasp of a genus Blastophaga. PHYTOPAGOUS wasp which is living inside fig trees, inside fig fruits of Ficus carica, Ficus carica, common fig tree. And female has wings, has antennae, and black color, and a very long ovipositor to oviposit inside special bulbs, special seeds inside the fig tree, inside fig fruit, inside very tiny fig fruit. So female is coming in a small fig fruit, laying eggs, and fig fruit is growing bigger, becoming big fruit, but big fruit of male tree, So Blastophaga males and females are developing only in male trees, because fig tree has two different types of trees, male tree and female tree. Yes, and this is very funny. Male, very wingless, very strange body, which cannot fly, and this is the same male of Blastophaga psenes. Yellow, very interesting shape, and they're emerging just from fig tree fruits in appropriate time before emergence of females. They are mating with females inside fig fruit, and here this very interesting male, this interesting insect has you can see very strong first pair of legs, which are used to make a hole inside the fruit, an emergence hole, because fruit is very rough, tough, and they are making special emergence holes, and through these emergence holes females also escaping from the fruit. That's why males, they have a very important role, not only mating but also just builders. Builders were building special emergence holes inside fruits of fig tree. Well, don't forget to subscribe to my channel. So this is reminding from my script. And we still have many other videos to be shown. Welcome to the next video. On next video, parasitoid is coming. Okay, next video will be, I have just collection of video. Wait. Need to be uploaded. I'm not sure that I showed some of them. No. This video of tiny caterpillar of a family Torturicidae with tiny parasitoid of the size 1 millimeter, and this is Pteromalidae family. And what female is doing on larva? Yes, ovipositon inside the larva. So this is larval parasitoid. Larval parasitoid of family Pteromalidae. After that, green caterpillar will not be feeding on a plant. So, and this is example of effective biological control of agricultural pests. So such pests as this larva is not pest anymore, because stop feeding, and we can say it's useful parasitoid which is controlling the population of caterpillars. And what is this? Here like a small insects inside there, a big insect. Yes, that's right. Tiny small insects. These are tiny small pupae. Tiny small pupae of parasitoids. About maybe 1 millimeter, not more. And who is this? This is just crashed open on the middle larva of solitary bee. Yes, and solitary bee larva is completely full with larvae and full with this small white pupae. White pupae with black eyes. And these are pupae of small Eulophidae, parasitoid of family Mellitobia. Mellitobia flies are very small. They can easily penetrate with the nest of solitary wasp or solitary bee inside hollow tree. And so they parasitizing larvae of solitary bees. And so laying many eggs, and completely larva is dying. But inside each larva, more than 100 individuals, tiny larvae, and then just pupae are developing of this parasitoid Mellitobia. In this case, Mellitobia is not making a good job, because if some farmers are breeding very tiny parasitoids, so parasitoids are spreading everywhere together with parasitic wasps, parasitic or solitary bees. So because these tiny parasitoids can find the nest of solitary bees like osmia bees very easily and can parasitize osmia, and so they can also reduce population of solitary bees in special farms. Okay, here we have seen this Perilampide, but I wanted to show another one, also in a tube, but this is another one. Here the special insect which is moving somewhere. You can be carefully recognize that this insect on the drop of water, and you say why he is suffering on drop of water. You see this is wing. You can see wings of this insect, abdomen with long ovipositor on the down part of screen. But this insect not suffering in water, but this insect want to penetrate water surface and to come inside water, you see, and successfully doing it. And now this tiny parasitoid is inside water drop and very happy about it, feeling like in the air, moving very easily, very happy about water. And what is not very happy without water, outside of water, because this is aquatic parasitoid of a genus Pristwichia. I have showed them yesterday on some of my other videos, and you can check them again. And you see here again, because of winds, this female became attached to the surface, and it was rather hard for female to be taken off from the surface. But nevertheless, she's doing it very well and penetrating water surface and to come inside water. And what's doing this? These are tiny parasitoids just cleaning wings. If you put them just on paper, they will clean their legs, they clean wings, but surprisingly, they can easily move inside the water, but they can fly only not by use their wings, but only by wind. And here, you see again here, small insects moving in different directions, but they're all not on paper, they're just in petri dish. They're all these small tiny insects of a family, Trichogrammatide, genus Pristwichia. They're sitting inside the water, under the water to be precise. Under the water. And the small sausages, these are eggs of water bug or water beetle to be precise. So inside each of them, yellow small pieces, these are larvae, and all these tiny drops, these are insects moving under the water. like water fleas, They're moving by their legs, not wings. Some aquatic insects, some aquatic parasitoids even use their wings, but this species using their legs. So they're moving in different directions, and they do not want to escape outside of water. They enjoy the water life because they are parasitoids of aquatic beetles. And so you see all this, they're swimming under the water like water fleas. They're swimming, but these are not water fleas. These are naturally CHALCID wasps, small wasp of the family Trichogrammatida genus Pristvicia. Again, I show this egg of Dytiscus under the bigger magnification. I have shown them before. Again, you can recognize the shape of this funny sausage. What is about this sausage? Here, sorry, too much light coming to the camera, but you see here, this is like a yellow sausage, but this is egg of aquatic beetle of the genus Dytiscus. And black insects, these are males and females. On the down part, this is a wingless male, and upper side, insects coming through the penetration, through a hole in the egg. Because egg is transparent, so 3 females are on the top and 1 on the right side. Also coming out of egg. Some individuals made emergence holes, and some other insects using the same hole to go out of egg, like out of cocoon. And about 30-40 individuals parasitoids are developing inside one of these long 10 millimeter size egg of Dytiscus beetle. And also males and females were just hatching from pupa inside the egg, and males are mating with females under the water inside this egg, like inside special cocoon. You see on the down part, just some insects are trying to exit from the hole. So this head is coming, and sometimes even some insects cannot penetrate. They're dying, be sticked inside this emergence hole, because emergence holes can be rather small, and big insects is coming like with very fat abdomen and becoming sticked somewhere between and can die. But this is female is coming and coming out. Yes, successfully came out inside the water, because all these insects and egg too is laying under the water in petri dish, because these are aquatic parasitoids for genus Pristvicia aquatica. On the right side you see male, the right male now, and on the left side coming female. And they are, after this meeting, they will be swimming like small water fleas, or I say they're swimming like penguins, because sometimes females, they don't have wings, but they are swimming despite it. If they have wings, they can swim, and without wings, they swim too. We have 2 races, with wings and without wings. And males, always, they have no wings. So these are very surprising behavior and surprising parasitism. On the right side, you see the next female is just coming out of cocoon, out of egg to be precise. You see, out of the surface through the emergence hole. So just on the right side, 1 female, and on the top, 2nd female, which is coming out of the egg. Yes, and successfully out of the egg inside the water. So you see 1, 2, 3, 4 individuals, 4 specimens already came out of cocoon. Out of cocoon, to be precise, out of the egg of water beetle. And finally, I hope the process of penetration of water and water surface was quite surprising. But the most surprising video will be the last but not the least, for sure, because today we have combination of different videos, and the last but not the least, video of very small parasitoid, the smallest one of the genus Megaphragma, egg parasitoid of sucking insects, egg parasitoid of insects which are sucking leaves and stems of different plants. This is an egg parasitoid of thrips, and this is a genus Megaphragma. And can you imagine the size of this insect? Very small, not 1 millimeter, not half of millimeter. This is 1/3 part of millimeter, 0.3 millimeter, very tiny one. You can recognize here on the top, very tiny yellow antennae, and on the down part, you see now on the top, hairy wings, because this funny insect has hairy wings, which is useful for flight, because this Megaphragma can fly easily, and the size of this parasitoid is smaller than Infusoria protozoa. You see, some Infusoria sometimes bigger than this tiny Megaphragma. But Infusoria consists only one cell. Some Infusoria types. But Megaphragma, this is like a very tiny bee with completely similar structure, with wings, with legs, with antennae, with all multicellular organism consisting excretory system, digestive system, nervous system, all systems, muscular system, and this is multicellular organism. Even the brain is very small, and it was found that in brains cells are very small without nuclei. After making some slides, it was discovered that that cells of brain of this organism has no nuclei, and it was an interesting discovery. But now you can see this insect, how it's alive, originally moving and cleaning, grooming the body, and it's of course recorded under the microscope, under the zoom of very simple microscope. Thank you for this video to my colleague. So I hope so this was surprising and interesting for you. Today we just got the limit of our time for this stream. So thank you for your attention. Just to be continued. Don't worry about it. To be continued. If you have questions, you have opportunity to write your questions under this video. Or if you have private questions, you have possibility to send messages on my private email, on Gmail. You see here, you can recognize Gmail, because in social media, in Facebook I am presented, in TikTok I'm presented, but not always people so familiar to how to write messages in Facebook. Email is the easiest and more personal way and secret way to send messages. Gmail is not checked by anyone. So thank you for coming to watch our stream. Ask questions, write comments, and visit my Patreon page for donations. Thank you for donations, and thank you my patrons and donators who support our channel on Patreon page. Link is down there. And thank you for your curiosity, for your interest in biology, for your interest in entomology. And I hope you have got something interesting. You have been surprised by some videos. And I'm sure that you have never seen this tiny insect as Megaphragma before. Welcome for next video. Welcome for my next streams. And don't forget, press like, subscribe, and Ukraine is forever. Despite all troubles, all circumstances, Ukraine is forever. See you soon on my channel. Bye bye. Good luck and see you soon. Bye bye. See you soon.